What is good? What is good, everybody? Happy fucking Tuesday, guys. I hope you're all off to a good start to your week. I hope you guys have been crushing it. I know we have been going in. We got some good news on some title this week. So we're going to be closing two more deals in the next couple of days. So getting that going and then just keeping running everything up, guys. So I'm here. I'm going to be making some calls right now. I actually have a call scheduled with the seller that I have to hop on right now. So I'm going to get into that. Ross will be hopping in any minute, and I don't know if Jordan will be hopping in. He's in California right now, but we shall see. But I'm going to start right here. We're going to call this guy that I got this meeting with, and let's see what we can't do. Going into foreclosure, so hopefully we can help him.
Hello?
Hey, Chris.
Yes.
This is Joey calling. How's it going today?
Oh, not too bad.
Good. So you're looking to sell your property in San Antonio on Secula Drive?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a price in mind you're looking to get?
Well, I've been dealing with a lot of people, a lot.
Wow. Okay.
And my house is in foreclosure.
Okay.
And it could go to auction next month. We don't know. I can call another realtor and he can check for me. But we knew it wasn't on the docket last month or this month.
So there's no date scheduled yet, but they could potentially put it up for auction.
Yes.
Okay.
I got injured at work in January. I've been out of work since the end of January.
Okay.
And I was on workman's comp, which wasn't paying me like half of what I was making. And then about 3 months into the workman's comp, I had to go in and have surgery for a different situation. And that put me back another 6 weeks, 7 weeks. And so we just haven't been able to make the payment, and it went into foreclosure. What we owe on the house right now, to bring it up current, would be about $14,000.
Okay.
We owe 126.
126.
On the house.
126
Yeah,
you owe, and then okay.
In order to pay everything, it'd be like 136 to pay it off. But we also got solar panels a few years back.
Fuck.
And
Okay.
we still owe 24.5 on the solar panels.
Okay.
So we're trying to get like 166,000 for the house, and right now we just haven't been able to find anybody that's willing to pay that.
Understood. So 100, basically somewhere around 165. You're basically just trying to clear off all the debt.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the solar panels are the killer right there. Because if there weren't solar panels on it, and obviously you finance those, right?
Yes.
Okay. Because that's what hurts it. And these solar panel companies are kind of predatory.
Yeah, unfortunately, we got the solar panels, and they also built a brand new patio cover on the back of the house to put 6 more panels. And so they added that to the price of the solar panels. We refinanced the house in 2022, and they were supposed to put $10,000 down on the panels, and they didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay. So it's basically, yeah, that's not good. Okay, I see you have the credit line on here. And then no one's been able to work this out for you guys at all?
No.
Jeez. Okay. Obviously, if we were to come to terms on numbers, it's something you'd be ready to start the process on right now, I'm guessing?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Because the way we see it right now, we're packing up. We got a storage unit. We're taking stuff to the storage unit and basically
Okay.
because it will probably go on the auction like the first Tuesday in January, but we don't know.
And when it was up for auction, did you already get your adjournments on it?
No adjournments.
Yeah, like you had stopped the auction basically.
No,
Okay.
nobody is. No.
Okay. Okay. And is it just you on the deed here? Or your what?
Yeah, me and my wife.
Okay, is she around by chance for this call?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay.
Hey, Denise, can you come in here? He wants you on the call too. Sorry. Yeah, she's here.
Okay.
Hello.
Hey Denise, how's it going today?
Could be better.
Good, no, completely
What's going on with
understood. I'm trying to see if I could help you guys figure this thing out so we could get this done for the two of you. I've dealt with a lot of foreclosures in the past, so hopefully I could be the last person you have to deal with because it sounds like you guys have been dealing with a lot of people and no one's been able to figure out a solution here.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that have told us that they are going to help us, and nobody has.
Yeah. No, that's just ridiculous. I mean, if I can help, I'm going to. I just got to obviously look at the numbers and see what plan forward is going to make the most sense to actually get this done for you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I
basically,
called the lender yesterday and requested a new statement for December because there's another gentleman that says he's got like six different people that I don't even know. I was trying to remember the name yesterday. They buy property and then try to turn it over, but he doesn't know if they'll even be able to give us like a couple $1,000 to move out. You know, we had a company called Happy Home, and they called us and said, "Hey, we saw your house is going to foreclosure. We're willing to give you $10,000 to move out of your house, and we'll take over. We'll assume the payments." And so I said, okay, and I docu-signed a couple papers online. And then within about 3 or 4 days, somebody came knocking on the door, said, "Hey, I'm here to look at your house." I'm like, "What are you doing?" He said, "Oh, I'm a realtor. Your house is for sale. I'm looking at your house." I'm like, "What the heck is going on?" They told me they were going to assume the loan and they were going to rent my house out. They were going to take over the payments. And as soon as I put my signature on those DocuSigns, they put my house on the market. They put my house up for sale.
did they? That's the one that had it listed at the 170.
175.
Wow. Yeah, they were trying to do what's called an ovation then, or maybe even like a subject. They were probably taking over the payments on your mortgage and then trying to get another buyer to buy it from them, which is something we do. But I'm like, if that's what we're doing, you're going to know what we're doing. I'm not going to just put your house on the market and freaking have people showing up to your door. That's completely absurd.
Yeah, we had a woman with it was a woman with 2 other women and 2 girls, and she came and opened my screen door and tried to open the door and walk right in.
Yeah, that's insane.
And I got up, I was like, "What the heck is going on?" And I went and opened the door. I said, "What are you doing?" She said, "Well, we're here to look at your house." I'm like, "You can't just open my door and walk in my house. This is my house."
Yeah.
And she said, no, it's not. It's for sale. I already talked to Wendy, and she said we could come look at it. I'm like, oh, no.
No, that is terrible business.
Yeah. And then they sent me a text a couple days later saying that there were too many discrepancies, that they were canceling the contract. And I said, okay. And then this guy called me and told me, "Hey, I've got a buyer. He's willing to give you $166,000 cash. if you can get out of the house in 3 weeks, you'll get $166,000 cash. And I was like, okay, talk to him. And the next thing I know, they're calling me back. The Happy Home, they're calling me back and say, hey, we're happy to be back in business with you. I'm like, what are you talking about?
So did they ever send you a cancellation of the contract?
Do what?
Did they ever send you like a cancellation of the contract, or I guess how long was the contract for?
I have no idea. They did not send me a cancellation. They didn't send me an email or a text.
Understood.
But their title company, I guess it's their one, they're together. I guess it's called Hudley in Austin.
Yeah, we use Hudley.
Okay, they keep sending me letters or sending me emails saying that I need to sign closing papers and I need to sign a release to get the
mortgage paid off.
Closing. Yes.
Okay, so does that?
I haven't done it.
So do they have a buyer that's ready to close then?
As far as I know, they don't.
Okay, because if they're trying to have you sign the closing docs, that means they're going to be funding the deal. And Hudley is a legitimate title company. Like I've worked with them. We've done a couple deals with them this year in Texas. So like Hudley's legit, but I just have I don't know what the heck the other people are doing. They're sounds like they're wholesaling it and they just have no idea what they're doing in the business. They just sound like a mess.
Exactly.
How recent was this that Hudley was reaching out to close it?
A couple of the realtors that came to look at the house said the same thing, that they had no idea what that company was doing.
Yeah. No, they're just it sounds like they might be newer in the business and they're trying to wholesale. Like that's what I do. I'm a wholesaler, investor. I do a little bit of everything, but wholesaling is my main strategy. But I'm straightforward about it, and you're gonna know if anyone's ever going to your house, what's going on, when it's going on, the whole nine. I mean, that's just unacceptable to just have somebody show up at your door, and no, that's just not cool.
Yeah.
So I guess when was the last time Hudley reached out, and where does everything stand? Because I just want to make sure. Sometimes what they do is they put what's called a memorandum of contract on your property, and then you can only sell to them.
Let me see if I've got their email.
Yeah. Shitty wholesalers, man. Shitty fucking wholesalers. It's crazy how people work. It is absolutely crazy how, like, it sounds like they're going to close too, which is like, this might be good for this guy if they can close. I'm like, fuck, if you're going in foreclosure, they got someone ready to go. You might have to go with the shitty wholesalers. But we'll wait and see.
I get so many emails.
You got some weird comments.
Title December 3rd.
December 3rd. Okay.
Yeah.
And then have they?
They sent a payoff authorization for me to sign.
Okay.
And then they sent me another they're sending me documents to sign for the closing.
Okay.
But see, they promised that we were going to get $10,000. They were going to assume the loan, and they were going to pay us $10,000 to move out. And they put the house up for 170 or 175, and I told Denise, I said, right now we owe like 165. How are they going to give us 10,000 and then sell the house for 175?
Yeah, they'd still have to pay their agents out.
It doesn't. They're not going to make any money at all. It doesn't make sense. And then they sent me that text that they were going to cancel the contract. So.
Yeah, I have no. And then when's the last time you've spoken with them, or have they reached out, like the actual wholesalers themselves?
The last time they reached out to me was when they sent me a text saying, "Hey, we're glad you're working with us again. We're sending somebody over at 3:45 today to look at your house." And I was like, no, you're not. That was like a week ago. A week ago tomorrow, I think. Yeah, last Wednesday.
And then they just haven't reached out ever since?
Nope.
Jesus. Okay, because technically...
No, because somebody called and said, "Hey, I know that you've been working with Happy Home, and Happy Home is a wholesaler, and they're just trying to wholesale your house and pay you low and then sell it for whatever they can. And I found you a buyer." And I was like, "Okay." And we talked to him for about 10 minutes on the phone. And he said, "Okay, I'm going to get an inspector." And that was right before Thanksgiving. That was Tuesday or Wednesday before Thanksgiving. He said, "I'm going to get an inspector." And it's Thanksgiving, so it may take me a couple days, but I'm going to have an inspector come and inspect your house. And I've got a buyer that's willing to go like 166, 167. And I'll let you know. And I had no idea he worked for Happy Home. And then that's when they called me the next day, or they texted me the next day and said, "Hey, I'm glad we're working together again. We're going to send somebody over at 3:45. So, yeah, they're very deceitful.
Extremely deceitful. That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I have no idea what they're trying to do here, honestly. I mean, they're wholesaling it. They probably are trying to get a buyer for it. They probably have some people looking at it, but I just don't like the way they're doing business, honestly.
No.
Yeah, that's a little bit ridiculous. So you've never had it listed yourself. This was them listing it.
Yes.
Because they've since taken it off the market. I'm guessing you told them to take it off the market in 11/17 is when they took it down.
Yeah, I believe so. That's when they texted me and said, we're going to cancel the contract. There were too many discrepancies, whatever. And I texted them like 4 times. I called them 3 times and left messages. What are the discrepancies? What are you talking about? What kind of discrepancies are you talking about? And they never answered me. Not with the text, not with a message.
Yeah, that's just terrible business. Okay. Okay. Because it sounds like you might technically still be under contract with them, but hopefully it's expired by now or something. I mean, they sent you a verbal saying, or a written thing saying that they had to cancel. So I think that should stand as a cancellation, but I just hope that they're not trying to like hold up the property now.
Yeah.
Okay. So basically the way that my process works, I'm just going to ask you some more questions about the property, and then I'll get you an offer on this call. And then if you guys are good with the offer, I'll send over a purchase agreement. We'll go over everything together. It will be a DocuSign like the ones they sent you. And then if you're good with everything, we would sign it, send it over to the title company. We might even still use Hudley. I got to see which title company we're going to use, obviously. But it's either going to be Hudley or Alamo for this one. And then we would just pick a closing date of your choosing and receive the money. And the title company would send the money via wire transfer, certified check, just whatever easier for you guys once we get there.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the condition of the property, is there any foundation stuff going on? Any structural stuff going on?
No. The guy who I've been dealing with, I can, let's see. His name is Carlos.
Yeah.
Oh, Jose Vargas. I'm sorry. And I've been dealing with him, and he says he's got like six different investors that are willing to buy the house and turn it over, but he doesn't know if they will be able to give us any money out of it.
Okay.
He came in, he took a bunch of pictures, he took some videos, and he said the house is very structurally sound. He said it actually, the way he put it, it has good bones. That's what he said. There's a few things. There's a spot in the kitchen where water leaked out of the bathroom upstairs, out of the tub, and it kind of bubbled the ceiling, the paint on the ceiling in the kitchen.
Okay.
And the garage door doesn't work. It needs new countertops. It's never been updated, really. We've never been able to do anything as far as like updates go. So the bathroom upstairs, we got a quote from Costco about 5 years ago to put in a walk-in shower, and there was just no way that we could afford a $12,000 upgrade. So yeah, the tub is like stained.
Okay. So it's basically just going to need all interior cosmetics. Everything else is electrical, plumbing, HVAC. That's all original to when the house was built.
No. The HVAC just got replaced about 4 years ago.
Okay.
The roof got replaced about 6 years ago. And then we put the solar panels on about 5 years ago.
Okay. But electric and plumbing, those are original, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And public water and public sewer, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And there's no homeowners association here, right?
No.
Okay.
No, it's just, if you look on Google, it's just one street. You turn off a Culebra onto Saline, and it tees out and do Culebra. And it's a cul-de-sac on each end. It's just one street. That's it.
Understood. All right. And what time frame are you guys looking to actually get this closed in? I know obviously quickly, but what's the time frame you're looking to do?
Well, we're afraid that it's going to go on auction the first Tuesday next month. And I don't know if there's a way for me to check it. I don't know if I can, like, go online and check in a court.
How many months are you in arrears?
Do what?
How many months has it been since you guys have made your last payment?
Oh, geez. February or March.
Okay. And but it never was put up for auction. You just keep thinking it's going to come up, you're saying?
Yeah, it wasn't Jose. It was another guy that came in, and he sat down with us, and he was trying to help us out, but he was saying because we owe on the solar panels, that if he sold the house for us with his commission and with the closing costs, that we wouldn't get anything at all.
Yeah.
And that was Mike Rodriguez. He came in and sat down with us. He showed us on the laptop all the houses around the area, how much they're going for. And a lot of them had already been upgraded. And he said there's just no way that he could help us, and if we got, like I said, had to pay the closing costs and pay his commission, we would be under.
Understood. Yeah, that's what it's seeming like. It's seeming like this might almost be a short sale situation with the solar panels. Because I think there's been a couple homes that have sold that are similar condition to yours that were going for like 140. Yeah, they're not 2 stories though, like yours is. They're all single stories. I'm just looking like at a quick look in your neighborhood right now. What are the payments on everything? Like what is the monthly payments on the mortgage, including taxes and insurance? And then what's the monthly payments on the solars?
The payment on the house is $1,092.
That's all in for everything, or that's just on the house?
Yeah, that's on the house. Solar panels are $147.50.
Okay, so it's 192. Solar's 147.50. So total, it's about 1,200, a little bit over 1,200 a month.
Yeah.
$1,239. Let me see something really quick. Yeah, this is tight. Okay.
Yeah, that's what killed us. We refinanced. We got a home equity loan, like $126,000, and our payments were like $780. And then within 3 months, we got a letter saying that they had sold our loan from Goodley to Shell Point, and Shell Point jacked up our freaking payments to $1,092. And then I got hurt at work. I was out of work for a long time. Well, I'm still out of work.
What happened with you getting hurt?
I was driving a wrecker, and I had a call at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at Military and Zarzamora, which is like super, super busy. And I finally got through traffic, and I got in front of the vehicle, and I backed up it because the vehicle was basically almost in the intersection. I backed up to the vehicle, and I lowered the bed, and I slid the bed out. I went and I hooked up the left side, but it was so busy, and there were so many cars going by, there was no way in hell I was going to try to walk around. And so I jumped up on the flatbed to go up and around the vehicle, and I stepped in some grease and oil, and I fell.
Oh, shit.
I got whiplash in my neck. I compressed 4 vertebrae. I compressed like 4 vertebrae in my lower back, and I fractured my right arm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And then, so I was out of work. I was on workman's comp, and I changed doctors. I went to my new doctor, and then she gave me a referral for a urologist, a neurologist, and a cardiologist. And I went to the urologist, and within about 15, 20 minutes, he said, you're going in for surgery. So they did prostate surgery on me while I was still on workman's comp, and then they found cancer.
Jesus.
So yeah, it's been quite a time since the end of January.
Have they been able to treat the cancer now, or where are you at with that?
They're keeping an eye on it. That's what they said. They're going to keep an eye on it and see what happens, and then go from there.
So they have you doing any chemotherapy or anything?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Why, is it just not that far along yet? Is that what it is? Because usually if they catch it early, they're supposed to just take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. I know. And they said right now it's 5%. 5% of my prostate has cancer, but they haven't done anything about it.
Have you tried to go to other doctors?
I was thinking about it because I saw a different urologist a few years ago, and I want to go back and see him. I want to go back and see what he says. Hopefully, they'll take the insurance that I have.
Yeah, I would go find a couple more doctors that would take your insurance and see if they can give you a different opinion. Because if there's still cancer in there, they got to treat it somehow.
Yeah. And then, after I had the surgery and they found the cancer, then I had to go in and see a neurologist, and they tested me for Parkinson's because I have what they call resting tremors, where some days I'm okay and some days I shake so bad I can't even pick up a glass of water.
Jeez. And what happened when they tested you for the Parkinson's?
They said I do not have Parkinson's.
Thank God. Okay.
So they gave me medication for the tremors, but it makes me dizzy. It makes me like lose my balance, or if I stand up too quick, I could fall over. We were at our storage unit taking some stuff into storage, and I went around and looked at the front of the car because it's so steep going up through there that I scraped the bottom. And I bent over and I looked at it and I stood up and I fell down. I almost passed out.
Jesus.
Yeah. And the neurologist that I'm seeing says that this medication will mess with the medication I'm taking for my prostate. So.
Yeah, no, that's insane. So it's basically just one thing after another recently.
Yes.
How have you been dealing with everything with your back and the neck and everything? Is that getting better at all, or is that just still not good?
Yeah. I went through therapy treatments, and then it was just so long from the time I got injured, and then I did the therapy, and then I had the surgery, and they told me 6 weeks I couldn't push, pull, or lift more than 10 pounds. And it was about 4 weeks after the surgery, and I was like, okay. We went to Costco and got a couple bundles of water, which I didn't really think much of because it had already been a month, But then the next day, 3 days, I peed blood.
Jesus.
And so I called the urologist, and she was like, I told you, you can't do anything. So, but I have lost so much muscle mass because I'm 64, but I've always been working out. I've always lifted weights and did crunches and exercises, and I couldn't do anything at all when I got hurt at work, and then I couldn't do anything at all after my surgery. And now I feel like I've just completely lost all my muscle mass. I drove a semi for 15 years, and I've got a bunch of equipment in the garage. I pulled out all my chains to take pictures so I could put them up on OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace, and just pulling out all those chains and taking pictures and then putting them back in the garage. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is not good at all. I have a really bad back myself, so I completely understand what you're going through with that. Like, I had 4 bulging discs in my lower back. I just paid a lot of money this year for stem cells, exosome therapy, ozone therapy, the whole 9. And it's definitely helped. Like, my back it's not 100%, but it's way better than it's been in years. But it's just, it's not fun and I'm only 30, so I've been dealing with it for a long freaking time. But no, I can't imagine what you're going through once you get the laundry list. They say when it rains, it pours, and it's really true. But Hopefully, you could go get some second opinions on the cancer, get that taken care of quickly, and then things will slowly start getting better from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got insurance, and I have it's called SureMed. It's not like regular insurance, but it is kind of a side insurance. And I was talking to my insurance what the hell do you call it?
Like the agent?
Yes. Man, see, that's another thing. I just space out. I was talking to my agent, and he was asking me how I'm doing, and I was telling him what happened. And he's like, oh, my God, they found cancer? And I said, yeah. He said, you need to file a claim with SureMed because they'll give you a payment. They'll give you a payment for a critical illness. And it's not much. I mean, I did insurance for like 2 years, and we had insurance that would pay like a $10,000, $25,000 one-time payment for a critical illness. This is only $2,500. But I went back to my urologist and I asked him for all the paperwork, and she said, well, we'll send it in if you want us. And I gave her the critical illness sheet, the claim, and they sent all the paperwork in except the claim. Jesus. And I've been trying to get a hold of them, and I finally got a hold of her Friday. She said, well, we don't have the claim form. We've got all the other paperwork, but we had no way to get a hold of you because we don't have a phone number or an address on there. We don't have the claim form. So I went yesterday and I got the claim form, and I faxed it myself. But it's still going to take 2 weeks to a month to get that.
Yeah. Hopefully they can get it done quicker.
Hopefully. But it's just, that's the way it's been all year. It's just one thing after another.
We just got to stay positive right now and try to, as much as it sucks. And it's like it's really going to be mental right now is pushing through to get things to start turning around, honestly. The first steps, obviously, we got to help you guys out with this house. And then also make sure that simultaneously you're working on the health. And then it's like once you start unlocking these things, it'll start getting better. But it's just going to be, when it rains, it pours. We just got to figure out a way to stop the rain now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and hopefully, I think I could definitely help you. It's just going to be figuring out the numbers from here. Because I'm going to be honest, the people that offered you 10 grand, I know why they couldn't get it done and get you the 10 grand, because honestly, that's just not feasible right now with what's going on and where everything is. I think the way to get this done would be taking over the payments on your mortgage, but we just got to figure out a plan forward to get this actually done, and then kind of what the next steps are going to be for you guys.
Yeah. So in order to resume the loan, right now, in order to resume the loan, it's like $15,000.
Yeah, $15,000 to pay back the arrears. And that's what's going to make it a lot harder, because basically you can only, the cash flow on this, like for an investor perspective, the cash flow is only going to be $100 a month. So with only making $100 a month, hold on, that means $1,200 a year. To make back $15,000, that would take me probably like 12 years.
Yes.
12, 13 years. So we could probably get this done, but it's going to be, there's two things we might have to do. I might have to go to the bank and figure out what's called a loan modification to bring the loan in the back, which is possible. And then from there, we could take over the payments. But we have to see if the bank's going to be willing to work with us on the loan mod. If not, that doesn't mean we can't get it done, but we're just going to have to go back to the drawing board.
Yeah. Yeah, because I got the statement for November, and it shows that the loan was $126,000. That was the home equity loan.
And then it's 20. How much is it on the solar again? 26?
20 to like 24, 5, 24, 4.
So basically 150, 500.
Yeah. 155.
Okay. Because basically the biggest issue is going to be it's the arrears. That's probably issue number one. And then number two, like if we had time, I might be able to list this and see if we could sell it. But it's honestly, they tried listing at 175, and that's probably what it would sell for. And there's no way for me to make money. I don't care if I only make a couple grand here. I'm not stingy. I'm not like greedy. I just got to make something. But it's more like even if I sold it at 175, you owe 150. I pay out the realtor commission at 6%. We're at 165. We pay out the closing costs, and you're basically getting $0 in your pocket. And I think even if you guys listed it, and I don't think it would sell at 165 or 175. I think that was too high of a number. I think realistically, it's probably 140, 150 as is right now with the work. I'm looking at the pictures of when they had it listed. That's like, it's not like it's not livable. We would just like, you guys just got to get your stuff out of there, but it's just not retail ready. Like to get top market value out of it, it would go in the twos, but it's going to cost 50 grand, 40 grand of work to get it there. We'd have to do an entire interior cosmetic rehab. So I guess the biggest thing is, do you have, let's say that we could take over the payments of your mortgage, get everything else figured out for you guys. Do you have any form of money that you could use for for moving cost? And I guess question number two, I'll just ask a loaded question is, are you going to be renting or buying after this? Let me ask that first.
We don't even know. I got that critical illness clause in my insurance that pays out $2,500. I filed for disability back in November. The end of October. I filed the end of October. They received it, Social Security, November 6th. And then the girl told me, well, we're putting in for your Social Security because you turned 64. So you'll get your Social Security right away. And then we'll fight for your disability. And I haven't heard a single word. I've got online, I've called 4 or 5 times. I have the name of the agent. I've got his extension number. And I have nothing at all, even on my Social Security. I have no idea when I'm going to start getting my Social Security. She told me it would be the 1st of November or December.
And it still hasn't came.
Gone by. Yeah, so right now the only income we have is my wife. She's on disability, and she gets like 11 something a month. That's it.
Jeez. It might be you guys got to rent for a year, recoup a little bit, let your health get a little bit better, and then go by from there.
Yeah.
And is the plan to stay in San Antonio?
We're not even sure.
Understood.
All her family, she's born and raised here in San Antonio. All her family's here. All my family is in Colorado.
Okay.
Or Fort Worth. My sister and her kids are in Fort Worth. My daughter and son and their kids are all in Colorado. So maybe somewhere in between.
Understood. Because basically, anyone that's promising putting you guys money in your pocket, I just don't think that they know what they're doing. And it's just the unfortunate part here. Like, look, if you guys didn't have solar on it, it would help a little bit more. Like, then I might be able to put a couple G's in your pocket. But it's just the fact that there is solar on it, and the month, like, there's a house right next door to you guys that rents it out for $13.95 a month. And like, this didn't include any cleanup. We didn't have to. That was rent ready. if that makes sense. So like we're still gonna have to. You obviously, I know you said there's like the little leak going on that was fixed, or it wasn't a leak, but it was bathtub went down.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to patch that up. It's not gonna be too much money, but we got to put something there, and then we might just got to do some sprucing up to rent it out. So realistically, any money that would technically be going down to you guys really should be getting put into the house so that this can get done, and then that mortgage actually gets paid every month so that your credit doesn't go worse than it already probably is from the missed payments. Yeah. So I guess the path forward here that we're going to have to do is basically what the other guys were doing, just minus the 10K. Like we're going to cover the closing costs. We're going to figure out whether we have to do the loan mod, or even we might just have to pay off the 15 grand or the 14 grand in arrears. And then we're going to just take over the payments, put a tenant in there. I'm either going to give this to one of my partners that does this for a living. Like he literally takes over people. He has about 300 of these just in San Antonio. Or I'm going to partner with him on the deal and we're going to just buy it together. Because like he's way more of an expert in this stuff than I am. I'm the cash guy. That's why people come to me. But I know looking at the numbers, like we could definitely get this done doing it that way. It's just going to be the unfortunate part is we just got to pay the closing costs. I really don't think there's going to be anything we could get you guys down.
Yeah. Well, talk to your partner and see what you can do.
Give me 1 second. Let me just really run my numbers. But if we could get it done that way, I guess, are you guys at the point where we could just work it out?
You don't want mindful.
I know. Yeah, I think I do. Well, we have to do something. I mean, if we don't do anything, they're going to auction the house and they're going to evict us anyway.
And then the credit's going to get destroyed. Like then finding a rental or buying another house is going to be, that's the worst part of it all. Like, trust me, I wish I could put something in your guys' pockets, genuinely, but it's just like, I know if I promise you any money down, that's already going to kill the deal just by the 14K in arrears. Like that's where the money needs to go.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put you on a quick hold. What is your email to really quick, just so I have it?
DE.
One. And I'll be right back with you guys.
Okay.
So these are not the fun calls, guys. Like this guy's literally going through it, and like the only solution for this guy is subject to. And like this guy is freaking like there's houses that sold. He has a little bit of he's a 2-story house, or all 1 stories, but like his house he's underwater right now. And basically the only way to get a deal like this done is going to be subject to. And like I don't even like normally doing sub twos, but this is one of those situations that clearly calls for it. And putting money in his pocket is not an option here. Like I want like the heart in me wants to be like, dude, I'll give you a couple G's, I'll give you something. But I know like the reality of the situation is there's no giving this guy money down. Like it's physically not possible. And it might even have to be a loan modification with the bank. So that's what we're going to have to figure out. But I'm going to put together a purchase agreement for him and take it from there. And then basically it's just going to be a placeholder for right now that's just going to say we're taking over the existing liens. And then I'm going to have my transaction coordinator put together the real normal purchase agreement. And then we're going to get everything going from there. All right, let's put this together. Okay. Chris, you still here?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to be good to go. I'm just basically putting together a purchase agreement that's kind of going to be the placeholder. My transaction coordinator is going to send you over probably a couple additional documents that we're going to need you guys to fill out. This is just going to be just locking in it's called the subject to, but it's just gonna be locking in that we're taking over the payments on the mortgage and that end on the solar panels.
But there's nothing for us, right?
Exactly. Like if we can figure out a loan modification and there's a way that I can figure out getting you guys $1,000 or $2, I'm going to work my hardest to do that. But as of now, it's going to be literally we're going to take over the payments and it's going to be $0 to you guys at closing, but we're going to be covering the closing costs and paying for the attorney fees to set everything up.
Okay. Well, I called Shell Point yesterday, and they're going to email me the latest statement.
Okay.
With the total to restart and the total payoff, and I'm going to email that to Carlos, and he said he's got 6 investors, and he said one of them or 2 of them might possibly be able to give us some money. So I'm going to do that until we know for sure that we can't get any money at all. I'm not going to sign it. Okay.
Okay. Understood. So basically you're gonna, I guess, when do you think you could talk to Carlos to figure that out? Because I want to get this done for you guys. I just don't want to promise you stuff we can't do.
Yeah, I know. Well, she told me 2 to 3 days, and it would be in my email. She said it would just take 2 to 3 days to generate, because our statement doesn't generate until the 12th of every month. But she put in a request to generate it early.
Okay.
So she said 2 to 3 days, I'll have the statement emailed to me. I'm going to email it to him, and he's going to give it to his investors. And they may say the same thing. But until then, I'm not going to sign.
I get it. I completely get it. So what I'd say is I would go speak to them, obviously, see what they can do. And then if they can't end up getting it done, I'm here to get this done for you guys.
Okay. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I just don't want to say like, yeah, let me give you $1,000 or $2 when I know for a fact it's just not going to. So I want to set false expectations. You've been dealing with enough going through this stuff.
Yes. Yes. Deceitful people.
No, literally. Like I like to just be straightforward and do it right the first time. And this is just the only way I know how to do this one for you, honestly.
Okay.
Okay. So it's Tuesday. I guess should I circle back like Thursday or Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a specific time that would be good?
Well, anytime.
Okay. And just give me a call if you need anything, have any questions before then. I'm here to help you guys.
Okay. We'll do it.
Okay, Chris. You have a good rest of your day. Please go get that second opinion with everything going on with the cancer, and hopefully things really do start turning around quickly for you guys.
Yeah, I hope so.
Absolutely. I'll be praying for you, brother.
Thank you.
Absolutely. God bless you. Take care.
You too.
You too.
Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Ross, I'm putting you up. That was one of those situations that, like, I am not coming up a penny because I know that's the only way we could get it done. There's not enough cash flow. I don't need a contract to make me feel good. I want to help that guy. And if he has someone else that is local, that's already helping, already talking to investors, like willing to get down and dirty, go with him. Because if we lock it up, it still is going to be a gamble just off of the arrears and the cash flow on it. Like this solar, I fucking hate solar companies, guys. The solar is what fucks up this deal, as always. But yeah, put in the comments if you think there's anything I could have done differently. Any critiques y'all got for me? Always open to it. But personally, I just think that one's just not going to push this guy to close with me and try to be like, oh well, I'll come up $1,000, $2,000 just to make him happy. We got to live in reality, and like honestly. That was when I was probably going to take down if we did it, and probably hit up my boy Mike and try to partner with him on this shit. Because like he's the expert in it. I'm not. I've done subject twos, but he's done a lot more. So you got to know when to hold. You got to know when to fold, guys. And that one was, you got another guy working for him. See if they can do it first.
Where, what territory was this one at?
This was in San Antonio.
San Antonio.
Yeah, they're underwater though. The house is probably worth 140. They owe 152.
Yeah. So besides, I thought you did that right then, because even closing costs is
Who's looking at me?
kind of working against you.
That's what I'm saying. That was just not an easy deal, and some of them are going to be like that. And it's like, yeah, I just don't want to promise him freaking the world and then let this guy down. He's dealing with cancer. He's in foreclosure. He has so much shit going on in his life. He needs the person that could help him, and I could help him, but I can help him at $0 down. I can't help him at a down payment on this one. And like that was the one that that hurt. Like I want to give him fucking money down. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be cold hearted and take advantage of this guy's situation. But the reality is like you kind of need to get him $0 down because he owes 14 grand in arrears and he's not in a good situation. But it is what it is. I got to do another callback.
So for sub 2, typically what I hear is most people want to be 10% all in. Like 10%.
I think it depends. I hate when people say the 10% all in, 20% all in, because it literally depends on the deal. Like they're more worried about. I'm not saying you're the one that said it, Ross. I know you heard that from somewhere, but
right. That's why I'm asking.
There's assholes that teach that though, and it's like that's bullshit. No, subject to is cash on cash return. Like think about it. If I'm gonna put, for example, I put $14,000 in to buy this house, right? Plus closing costs. Plus everything else. When am I going to get my money back? Mm-hmm. That's how investors think, right? Like if I'm going to put 14 grand in and I'm making $100 a month, that means it's going to break even on my 14 grand. It's literally going to take me like 14 years, 15 years. So Ross, do you want to give me 14 grand? I'll pay you back in 15 years.
No.
You know what I mean? Like, and just when we think about it like that, then it makes sense of like, okay, yeah, no one, if I did the cash on cash return, I'll tell you guys right now what the cash on cash return of that would have been. If I take, let's call it $100 a month. So that's $1,200 a year divided by, let's call it $15,000. That's an 8% cash on cash return, which isn't terrible, but I can't wholesale that deal or sell that deal. Like you want to be, there's a reason why guys want to be around 10, 15, 20% on deals like this. Cause it's like, I am taking over your mortgage and like, look, long-term appreciation and everything else that will be there on this deal. So that's going to make someone do it. But me trying to give him any more money down is lowering the cash on cash return. And if I'm going to wholesale that, which means I'd have to sell it for 20 grand minimum to make 5. And this isn't even including the rehab that it needs. It's probably realistically to buy that deal and actually get it done, it's going to be, let's say without my assignment fee, probably another 10 grand in work. So about 25 grand down, which means 1,200 divided by 25 grand. That's a 4.8% return. So it's not a negative return, but like 4.8 in San Antonio? No.
San Antonio is a rough market right now. So,
Lucci, my brother Lou said 10% is typically a metric all in because most of the time you're going to get another investment property. They're going to want to see 20% down. Rate also sells these. People buy the low rate and are going to want to see cash flow or ability to wrap it if it isn't an owner occupied. Yes, exactly. Like people are looking for the cash flow on subject to deals, typically.
Right.
Will C. Clark said, what are you guys doing for leads? Newly is what I'm doing. Ross, you're doing newly and a mixture of a couple other things.
Yeah, newly and then property leads.
Property leads and newly. Jesus, there's a lot of stuff to do right now. Okay, let me call this appointment that I was supposed to call. Okay. Let me call this other guy. We got to just sign the contracts. Okay, that's his name. This guy said I'm ready to move forward. I gotta hop off to in 30 minutes about.
You started up at what, 10 or 9, 12 your time?
Yeah, 12 my time.
Okay.
Hey, Ruben.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's up, brother? How's it going today?
It's going all right. How you doing?
I'm doing very good. Can't complain. Can't complain. So, are we good to move forward with everything?
Yeah, I thought I had sent you the contract, but you didn't get it. Is that what it was?
Let me double check my email. 1 second. Did we send it via DocuSign or did I just send it via email?
I don't remember. You can send it via DocuSign. That way we can get it over and done with quick.
Okay, let me put it together really quick. Just bear with me.
Just go ahead and do that, and then I'll just, my mom just next door for a second, but she'll be right back, and then I'll let her. You just want to go ahead and do it.
Okay, she's good with everything though after going with the attorney and everything.
If they don't like no earnest money, but I don't know. That's the only girl she got something like that.
Yeah, we're not gonna waste your guys' time. It's just like if we can't get it done, I'll let you know as soon as humanly possible. Yeah, but I'm looking at the numbers and everything. I think we're gonna be good.
Yeah, go ahead and send it, and then I'll get it to her. That's good.
Okay, let me get your. Hold on, let me just triple check. I have it saved in here. Okay.
You got the email?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna send it over to the Yahoo, and then it's under her name on the deed. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm putting it together. All right, brother. And
I got another person on the other line because I'm selling a car too on the other line too. So
okay,
it's to me, I'll get it right there. Okay.
I got you, brother.
All right, thanks, man.
All right, take care. All right. I should have kept him on the line. I know the mom's not there to sign, but at the end of the day, we've been going back and forth for 2 weeks with his attorney. They're good with everything. Like he's seen the contract, so some of those you just got to push through. Evita. Okay. Ay, güey, puta, ese no es morillo. ¿Eso es cerdo o res? Ay, marica. I was trying. ¿Cómo se dice? Y quitar el morillo para más tarde. Ay. Pedir más morillo. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. I just gotta triple confirm that I had the right purchase price. Yep, I did. We're good. I think I said 60 days. All right. You got that one sent out. Uh-huh. Sign in on my end. Ross, you got a sell around? Ross Def has a sell around trying to hide these conversations from us. Let's go. So that one should be getting signed soon. You got a sell around, Ross?
Big dog, man. Got to talk to his assistant. He has too many rentals. Everything's got to go through her. That's a good problem to have.
Great problem to have. You see these weird comments from the beginning of the live from Nelson's YouTube?
No, where they at?
You have a PP infection. Are you gay or no? You're definitely gay. And someone else said super gay.
I think the PP infection one got me the most.
I think I might have one. Santi said, Don Jose, get some contracts for us. Let's get it. And Sam Henningsen said, what's up, boys? What's up, Sam? What's going on, brother? Welcome to the live. I only got a couple more minutes up here because I got to get in an important meeting after this. But, bro, I fucking wanted to eat some nice morijo, which is like, I don't even know how to say it in English, but it's a really good cut of beef. And you slow cook it, and it's really juicy. And then she pulls it and fucking makes it like pulled pork, but pulled beef. And it's so good. And I took it out of the freezer thinking that was that. And I actually took out the, I think it was fucking pork ribs. So we're having pork for lunch.
There we go. Yeah, you still got that protein. Come on. You're good.
Sam said you want to jump on a video call and chat for 5 minutes today. You need people, right? Sam, I will send you a DM with instructions, and let's see if we could work some shit out. Let's get it, brother. I'm definitely looking for people right now. Let's see what we could work out. Dude, I pulled my lat today at the gym.
That's
doing
fucking
pull-ups. Yeah, I just felt like it was like kind of already hurting a little bit as I'm going through the pull-ups, and I'm just pushing through, and I just felt like a little yank, and I'm like,
Was that deep breath and sigh? Was that just defeat? You're like, fuck.
I was like on the bar, like I could still put my arm up, which is good. But I was on the bar and I just like literally just jumped right off. I was like, yeah, fuck this. This is not
Shit.
do it.
Yeah, that sucks. Those are some big muscle groups to
Thank
injure.
God for TB 500 and BPC 157, which literally came today. So I'm gonna go fucking take that today. For the next couple of days, put it right in my lat, and hopefully that'll fucking heal it up real quick. Wolverine stack.
Boom.
Yeah. At least I pulled it and didn't tear something. At first, I thought I tore it for a second. I'm like, and it's definitely tendon. It's like something in here.
Yeah, it's usually a pretty tight area.
Yeah, it's just this whole shoulder's been through hell and back.
Old. Welcome to your 30s.
Yeah, it's been going on since my 20s.
Oh,
All good. It's all par for the course.
you aight.
Wait, are you gonna stay up when I get off?
I'll probably jump in with the team for a bit, but I can jump on later as well.
I got you. I got a couple one-on-ones later. Yeah, I got my one-on-one, and then I got team training with the Dispo squad.
Nice. What time are you doing that?
I am doing I have 1:30 with Daxi, 3 o'clock for the one-on-one, and then 4 p.m. for team training.
Nice. Shoot me a text before your team training.
100%. And guys, if you are in the Connecticut area next week, we are throwing a gigantic event. It's with Canale del Sol. And a lot of big investors are going to be in that room. A lot of big people will be there. I'm flying in from Colombia to come out there. So if you guys are in the area, hit me up. The tickets are for sale. I think it's like $250 a piece to go, but it will be very worth it, and it's going to be a very high quality room of investors. So make sure you guys get your asses out there. Come meet me in person.
Nice.
Yeah, I wish Rossi was coming, but somebody has a date with his friends the night of the event. So, you know.
Hey man, I haven't seen him in 6 months. I've seen you before, more recently than that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It is crazy. Yeah, it's been a minute. It's the old
Sad, he says.
the old ride or dies. We got to meet up.
No, I feel
been a
you.
minute.
You got to do that every once in a while.
For sure.
Let's go into a little soapbox mindset stuff real quick while we're here, then, because if I get on another call, I'm going to be on for another hour.
Yeah. Soapbox mindset. Let's see. I'm going through a book right now that was highly recommended. It's called The Energy Bus. It's kind of like a story, kind of fable, but with all the kind of life principles in there. But it's pretty interesting as far as like the room you're in, the power of energy, how you can essentially you can make the room or break the room with what you bring in. And it's really important to take note of your energy every day. Like, where am I at? Where do I want to be? If you're already in a great mood, things are flowing, you're hydrated, you're well rested, you went to the gym, there's not a whole hell of a lot to work on, but it's those other days, which are kind of the majority, where things might not be going your way. You didn't totally sleep the way you wanted to. Maybe you are a little dehydrated. Maybe you're a little grumpy. Maybe you got some shit going on in your personal life. But it's to take note and just change, like selflessly change, because you will affect that room. And they brought up the importance of getting rid of people. Don't allow them in the room. If they are constantly an energy vampire and they're constantly making excuses and they're constantly just bringing everybody down, one bad apple spoils the entire bunch. So not only taking note of your own, but being very mindful of the room itself and kind of pinpointing the people where, I don't know about this person, maybe in the future, it's not going to be a good fit. So that's what I got. Take note of your energy. Stay on high frequencies and try to minimize your time with people that are lower.
100%. And you guys feel it when that low energy comes in the room. Fuck. It's just like, oh, here we go again. It literally just brings you the fuck down. So yeah, you definitely got to make sure that you guys are staying around good energy, being around good people, and all that shit. It is mandatory.
Mhm.
Mandatory. I want to go into staying in one lane. There are so many shiny objects that can come up in business and life and everything. And a lot of people try to do it all. And it's like, I always try to relate it back to some of the greats like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Tom Brady, like they weren't in all these different lanes. You didn't see Tom Brady trying to go swim fucking laps in the off season competitively, right? Like that's just not a thing. It's like, if you want to be the best at something, you need to stay in that lane. And that is all that you do for a very long period of time. And that's how you get great at it. But wholesaling, there's so many different lanes. There's this creative financing, novations, all the extra stuff. And if you haven't mastered the first lane, which for me is cash, then you have no business exploring the other things. And a lot of times what people do is they can't negotiate. Like they're just not that good at negotiations yet, or they don't have their process fully down. So they're like, oh, well, every offer I keep making is not getting accepted. But when I make a owner finance offer and I'm offering them their price, they're more willing to accept it. And I'm like, yeah, no shit, because you're giving them what they want. But that doesn't mean that deal is going to move. That doesn't mean it's a good deal you're locking up, because if you don't understand negotiation, you're going to lock up shitty deals, whether they're innovation, cash, or creative finance. Like a lot of people that call I had before would have locked up that guy, told him $3-4 down. He would have been happy. Contract signed. We're good to go. But now you're wasting someone's time. So you got to get really good at one thing. You need one process that works. You need one script that you use. You need one method of negotiation. You need one method in wholesaling, which if you don't know what you're doing, just do cash. It's the easiest way. It's the most buyers, your biggest buyer pool. Then you can go transfer into all the other fancy shit once you're a master at it. But first become a master before you move into other lanes. That's what's going to cause you to see real success and just make you good that when you get into the other lanes, you're going to never go hungry again another day in your life. So stay in one lane, guys. Stop getting shiny object syndrome and just stay, as RJ Bates says, consistent as a tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, didn't he bring up something with staying in your lane, like a was it hedgehog mentality?
Hedgehog concept. Like you got to stay in one fucking lane. Like there's all these unicorns that could come up, but you got to stay in one fucking lane, guys. That's what's going to lead you to the true success. Jumping in all these different things is what's going to fuck you. I promise.
Yep, been there.
Trust me, me and Ross both, and it does not work. So
it doesn't. And you get really good when you just do one thing. You get really, really good. And when sellers hear that certainty in your voice, they'll go with you just based off your certainty. They're like, this person has been through the ringer and then some. So there's just this confidence that they can feel through the phone. If someone's only done one deal or no deals, unfortunately, the seller's probably going to go with someone else that called that's done thousands or hundreds, but that's the rite of passage. And it's just rinse and repeat one thing over and over again. Get those reps in, make those tweaks, reflect, and just keep at it, because you're going to get really confident in just a few hundred calls. That's all it takes.
Exactly. My boy Lou said they think a new strategy is always their salvation. Every change you make in this business has a 6-month turnover and seasoning period. Most people switch before they even see any results.
Mm-hmm.
We got to get Lou up here.
Yeah, boy.
We going to get Lou up here. It's coming. Lou, you're coming up here, buddy. Next time we're live. Sorry. Love you. He's strep throat right now, but he'll be good by Thursday.
Nice. Bring him on.
Let's get it. All right, well, everybody go have a good rest of your day. I got to get into this meeting. Ross, as always, nice seeing your beautiful face. Thank you for coming up, my brother. And Go crush the rest of your guys' week. Stay in one fucking lane. Join the Wholesale Collective community. Stop being fucking soft. And I will see you guys on Thursday. Peace the fuck
Yeah.
out, y'all.
Later.